You know those suppers that just make the whole kitchen smell amazing? Well, this smothered pork chop supper is one of them. Tender pork chops, rich onion mushroom gravy, and simple comfort food flavors that never go out of style. So let's make it up. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is grab up 3 pork chops, and I'm going to season these up with some salt, a good dusting of the good old ground black pepper. And these pork chops are room temperature, by the way. Now, the old smoked paprika, and of course I always say get the smoked, it's a lot better than the regular stuff. Some garlic powder, just a little dusting of that. And last but not least, some onion powder. And we're just gonna kind of massage the seasoning into the chops. And of course we're gonna flip these over and do the same thing to the other side. Next up, we got the good old cast iron pan heated up over medium-high heat. We're going to go in with a good knob of butter. And of course, just let this melt down a little bit. And this is unsalted butter, by the way. And to keep the old butter from burning, a little bit of oil. And of course, in with those chops. And what we're going to do here, guys, is just fry these up on each side until they got a nice little sear on them and they're cooked through. Now, what I'm using here is a fairly thick, well, I guess they're about 3/4 of an inch thick of a tenderloin end chop, but you can use whatever cut you like. But I just like these. I got them from the old country butcher shop, and I really like their meat. But you can go to Wally World, whatever, and get them if you like. Okay, guys, I think we got a decent sear on the side, on the other side here, so I'm just gonna flip them over. Oh, and these are looking mighty fine. Now, guys, the thing about pork, like any other protein, you want to cook, but you don't want it overcooked so it's like shoe rubber. So the way I always tell, like with the chicken last week, is when I press down on the meat, I get a bit of a bounce back. So it doesn't just, suck in there with the tongs. You do get the meat returns to its natural position. So that's pretty much how I tell when they're done. It's the same thing on the barbecue or anywhere where you're cooking. Actually, these would be good on the barbecue. And while those chops are frying up, I'm going to grab up an onion, just a regular old white onion here, and I'm going to slice this fairly thin, but not too thin. I guess something like this, that's pretty good. And we're just going to do this in rings. Just something like that, that's about perfect. Okie dokie, my friends, I think we are pretty much done here. So I'm going to grab those chops, and we're just going to set these aside on a plate to rest. These are gonna be so good. Now, in the same pan, you don't want to touch that pan because it's got all those great flavors happening there from the pork chops. And add just a little bit more oil, and in we go with those onions. Just kind of get all the rings ringed up here. And I've just reduced the heat a little bit here to medium-low. And I'm just going to give these guys a stir around a little bit. But look at them turn that nice dark color just from the pan. Get that pan a bit deglazed. Then I'm going to go in with a couple of good handfuls of button mushrooms. I mean, you could use shiitake here, whatever you like, but I'm just going to be Mr. Economical and use the button because we want an onion mushroom gravy, like we said at the beginning. Give everything a stir around here, and we'll stir until those onions begin to caramelize a little bit and those mushrooms begin to change color and release some water. Okay, our mushrooms and onions are about to the point we want them here, so I'm just going to shove everything to one side. And of course, in we go with 3 cloves of the old garlic. We're going to saute this up for a couple of minutes until that wonderful smell of garlic fills the air. And by the way, the kitchen is smelling so good right now, guys. Give everything a good mix together. Now, over the top we go with a couple of good heaping tablespoons, I should say, of all-purpose flour. And again, continue to mix here until that flour covers everything and cooks through a little bit. And now, in we go with 2 cups of good, rich beef broth. Season that up with about another teaspoon of ground black pepper. And of course, my all-time favorite, a few teaspoons up to a tablespoon of the old Worcester sauce. Get that nice depth of flavor. A teaspoon at a time. This makes such good gravy. Very similar to what we did in the chicken last week. If you haven't watched the video, go back and watch that smothered chicken video. And our old-time friend, rosemary. We've got some rosemary and thyme growing in the garden that I'll show you in another video. Now we'll give everything a stir around here and just let this simmer away. And I can tell right now that gravy is beginning to thicken. And look how nice and dark and rich that's going to be. Oh my goodness. Now I am going to snag up those pork chops, and into that beautiful gravy we go with that chops. or those chops, I should say. And I've reduced the heat to low here. And of course, my friends, what I'm going to do is snag up some of that gravy, and over top of those chops we go. Isn't this fantastic? And of course, we've got to go in with that juice from where the pork chops have been sitting and resting. Now, I should add here, my friends, that what you should be doing right about now, if you want to serve this up with some potatoes, have some potatoes boiling away and mash those up, maybe some green beans or something like that. I'm not going to do it in this video because it's pretty straightforward, but that would be a great addition to this. Oh, but man, this is smelling and looking so good. And we're going to let this simmer away for 5 minutes or so, just until that gravy thickens a little more and just blends beautifully with those chops. Now here I should say the weather is improving. Finally, we've got some nice weather in the 20s. Still a little on the cool side, but got the boat in the water, which I'm really happy about. Number two, these home cooked recipes. I mean, the old recipes, it's just basically meat, potatoes, gravy, ground beef, whatever it might be. People are just loving them, and I love them too because they're straightforward, they're home cooked, and some of the comments I absolutely love. My grandma used to make these, and I get some wonderful stories. So by all means, in the comments section below, add your stories, guys, because I love to read them, and so do other people. And we are pretty much done with these simple but yet incredible smothered chops. And lastly, we're going to garnish these up with some parsley, just get that restaurante green effect, eh? Like my old Canadian, eh? To kill the heat. And there she be, guys. Our smothered pork chops in gravy. Old school, home style, absolutely delicious. Everybody's going to love it. Wait, I hear a knock at the door. I think the neighbors are coming begging again. All right, let's grab some of this up, guys. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of that gravy, and I'm going to give that gravy a taste. So let's try that. That is absolutely incredible, but wait till we try the chops, and I'm not going to double dip. I'm going to get rid of this spoon. All right, let's cut into one of these chops and just see what we have here. Oh my goodness. And make sure we get some mushrooms and some onion on there and the whole shebang, but just look at that. Doesn't that look incredible? And smothered as smothered can get. All right, you ready, my friends? Now the ultimate taste test. Absolutely incredible. Those pork chops are indeed tender, and that mushroom onion gravy is absolutely incredible. So simple and so good. Like I say, throw some mashed potatoes on, and have them with mashed potatoes, some green beans, whatever you like, a side salad. But guys, you got to make this up. It's so old school, so old fashioned, but yet so good. Something that could go back hundreds of years. Well, not hundreds of years, but a few years. You got to make this. And if you do, leave us a comment. Like always, I love to read them. Don't forget to add the story. Most of all, like and subscribe. Helps the channel out. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, but I am going to plate this up and maybe have it with some mashed potatoes and green beans. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.